Hello. Ruben Amorim, delighted with Leny Yoro's impact, tips him to become a top player for Man United. When Lisandro Martinez suffered a season-ending knee injury, it came at the worst possible time for Manchester United given the Argentine's form and importance to Ruben Amorim's plans. Welcome to our new edition from Carrington. Don't forget to like and subscribe. With the midfield struggling to progress the ball, the World Cup winner consistently drove forward with the ball before using his impeccable passing ability to break the lines. In fact, before his injury, the Argentina international had 4 goal contributions, including 2 goals and as many assists under Amorim, more than he had accrued in the 2.5 seasons under Erik ten Hag. His importance could be gauged from the fact that since the new head coach's arrival, only Ahmad, Bruno Fernandes and Rasmus Højlund had been directly involved in more goals than the former Ajax ace. Yoro has stepped up in Lich's absence. Amorim must have feared the worst when Martinez was stretchered off against Crystal Palace in February, while Ineos failed to sign a replacement. But on Wednesday, Leny Yoro stepped up from the left centre-back role and put in a near-flawless performance which was reminiscent of what Martinez was offering. He was not afraid to step into midfield at every given opportunity, and he completed 13 out of 14 final third passes against Ipswich, more than any of his teammates on the night. His Cruyff turn on the edge of the Ipswich box was a sight to behold. And Ruben Amorim was extremely proud of the 19-year-old's hard work both on and off the pitch, citing his will to improve physically as a contributing factor to what he is achieving on the field. The former Sporting boss also tipped the defender to enjoy a long and successful career here at Old Trafford and urged him to carry on in the same vein in the games to come. Amorim full of praise. "He is working really hard," Amorim told MUTV. "I think he is gaining muscle, all these small things that you cannot see. I think he is going to be a top player and is going to have a great career here in Manchester. But for that, he knows that he has to prove himself in every match, so he is going to be ready for the next one." The focus will now shift to the FA Cup as the Red Devils prepare to take on Fulham on Sunday, while the Europa League games against Real Sociedad are also coming up. Both these competitions represent the team's best shot at qualifying for Europe and for winning silverware this term, and Yoro has a huge role to play if the 3-time European winners are to end the season on a high. Man United have their next debutant ahead of Fulham FA Cup tie with 5 teenagers ready to be unleashed. Manchester United's academy has been one of this season's real success stories. Cast a look at the Manchester United bench across the past few weeks and you would be forgiven for not recognizing a name of 2. Ruben Amorim has been forced to turn to youth to flesh out his squad after a few January departures and several injuries to senior players. United have endured a woeful Premier League season but remain in contention for silverware in the Europa League and FA Cup. The latter brings Fulham to Old Trafford on Sunday afternoon, and once again will see several academy prospects involved. With United having progressed to the last 4 of the FA Youth Cup on Friday night, where several starlets caught the eye, and the involvement of a host of teenagers in first-team training over the last few months, there is plenty of talent coming through. Indeed, United could hand out a debut or 2 against Fulham on Sunday afternoon, having already given senior minutes to top prospect Chido Obi. The striker was given 20 minutes off the bench at Everton last month after a late cameo at Tottenham. The former Arsenal man has been in prolific form at academy level and was kept with the senior squad rather than turning out for United against his former side in the FA Youth Cup quarter-finals. That suggests he will again be involved with the first team against Fulham, and it would be no surprise if he featured. Another ex-Gunner could and talented teenager, Aiden Heaven, has also been on the bench in recent weeks, and the defender, while unlikely to start, looks a potential debutant between now and the end of the campaign. The 18-year-old joined in January and has been with Amorim's squad since arriving. He is left-footed, which helps his cause as a centre-back, and has already played senior football for the Gunners prior to moving to Old Trafford. With Lisandro Martinez out for the remainder of the season, Luke Shaw battling injuries, and Johnny Evans out of contract in the summer, there could be a vacancy for Heaven. He was not involved in the Youth Cup win over Arsenal, when United rallied from 2-1 down to progress 3-2 after extra time. Mantato's fellow academy star Gabriel Biancheri is another with seemingly a bright future ahead of himself. Signed from Cardiff City, the Welshman has been scoring at a rate of a goal a game in under-18s football and is a regular for the under-21s with 16 goals in 22 games across all competitions. He has outscored Obi this term and could be in line for a senior squad spot sooner rather than later. The Youth Cup win over Arsenal also reinforced Jack Fletcher's talents. The midfielder opened the scoring for United in an all-action display and has already been involved in first-team training. The son of former United midfielder Darren and twin brother of fellow United prospect Tyler, the pair joined from Manchester City in 2023 and have bright futures with the Reds. Thanks for following us.